This FM 104.3. Good to meet Taki.
Media, this question of ex-Gratia media. I say we've had these discussions severally, and then the first time I hear discuss ex-Gratia, Chairman, yeah, can't say man. Anytime there is a presidential committee to look into the emoluments of outgoing, public servants, now the discussion about now yeah can't be a candidate. Now, at the end of the day, once there is an approval, then we all go to sleep. But I think we have to have a complete discourse on that particular issue. Send a bit to me, some abiding and if you wish, policy bia, a bit to me, ajatum. Say, yes, Gratia na, coin ben ebe, so that it is not subject to sub perennial reviews are the reviews of quantums, which for the most part, I don't know, Eddie in some baby, media emoluments, dear, and yet bad. Chairman Obi Bay Juma, Obesumaya, Okufia. Say a frozen Besumaya, it is on the recognition, says Sebi, and Jessica painting a woba, Obesumu minor. And a lot of people who Nkrofu are yet are from some bed. Or you can zombie some or more minor. Or we are a lot of them become very unemployable. Or we jumana a person benye juma private sector chairman the be an because of the very nature of politics or my we are you become politically exposed.
Toxic politics.
That's the right phrase. Toxic politics or chrome high. We are professor class prefect there. And see, we politics are now a more role to play in government, and sometimes people confuse. You can say partisan responsibilities with service and our public service. Once a buying be a pensioner, party be a pensioner, you are considered a part of our party, whether you like it or not, and whether you are indeed a member and now a member. Once a Sebi MPP and NDC are pensioner, you can't say Besumu minor, or we won't as soon as the or a party A member now a party B member, and you become, whether you wish it or not, politically exposed. And now we are. It will be a new person of our because of our pet. Sa characterization idea amount say assume see a party A nipa and a party B nipa no anyway chide bia na obi kofa we dwuma mu am, and because of sa toxic politics aye or my no na they begin to target the organization ama we dwuma no nti obi enu ha opese ofa we dwuma nti the thinking say yentimi mboa sa nkrofo na ombesom omoman no wo som pass kwan so no media nka enye bone, but I have issues with sometimes the structure and the nature of some of these arrangements. Nedi kan, so we are a member of parliament. Chairman, we should have a one-off ex-gratia for members of parliament.
Are they?
Obi wawa. Chairman, if you win, now you come back to parliament, you should not be entitled to any ex-gratia.
But it is a new parliament. Chairman, that is why, for example, there was the 7th Parliament and the 8th Parliament. So, semi-co 7th Parliament. Na Mirie, na Miko se Antome Swaba. Ya Twaba, ya say Imiaba. Adding Tina, Obi Baby says a 7th Parliament, no, Akatria, and now say Roriene Wohono. Why should it apply to the 8th Parliament? Are it totally different?
You see, Chairman, sometimes we can, you bet me, Edin Komoi, and we can engross ourselves in semantics and political technicalities if you wish. But nuclear woman is a your friend said besum woman. Government is a continuum. You cannot say because the legislature, a told a bia a to muswaba a bimuba a bimumbano. Not to say government is a continuum, which means and government is made up of the three arms of government. And regardless of the I don't know, session is just a sitting and it's a certain episode within a parliamentary life. But the say session is 1 year. 1 year. So the say like in the life of a parliamentarian, maybe 7th Parliament and 8th Parliament. And say the legislature changes. it stays as the legislature. Just that it be in some legislature mono, it be composition in the best sakakra. But what you are privileged to return no. One sum ye. And for me, it does not make a lot of sense to me, say, because we label parliaments differently. Until you should be entitled to different ex gratia arrangements. And just every time I say this kind of amount.
But that's what pertains. I don't hear yes you see.
And I make can say ex gratia in principle no enya the money, but we require some reforms. I say to me June what is here. And beyond ex gratia no nientia parliamentarians, for example, omo emfa you can say ex gratia and they are going to say chairman, they have very limited packages are etimi ebu mo abrabo post parliament. Nkrofo bebre minimum mo be parliamentarians for a while. Chema omu wie omu service. Because they either lost or decided not to run again. Chema no hu omu a rabe ho.
Enkoyeza.
Bebre na are always in the corridors of parliament sebi. To use the word begging might be harsh, but that's the truth.
Seeking favors.
Seeking favors. Almost re. Say, our colleagues. Chairman, ebi musu nchia omo bechia omo no. Obi wo draw onion toy. Obi wo ha medical issues, and for some reason, a lot of nkrofo na omo MPs after parliament no. Chairman, na yari hu bia bebo omo. It's a very scary situation.
Obi so maybe say na who kosa? Why na suma?
Oh, Chairman, say ube sumu mind dia. It should not be a question of when a sumao. Ube so sumu mind dia. We should be encouraging that. It's our public service spirit. We should be encouraging people to have it. Say, oh, what shown who say, oh, me wo eibia meti media bua me mind. Nti me to me who esi ho say me kosum me mind. We should be encouraging such spirits. But yes anu. I mean, nkrofo yes anu. Yenso ese ti me hwe. So wie omo service na, how are they going to survive? Ebi muntina, a lot of the time parliamentarians find size gratia issue very, very sensitive. Because omo nim say apart from ex gratia, omo ni package bi a ehwe omo. Pension scheme and any other arrangement bi a betimi abo omo after parliament. Ebi ni hosa.
But how about, we also focus near parliament, but how about the entire concept of Article 71 holders?
No, I was just saying, sir, we can maintain some emolument regime. However, I say to me some reforms.
Okay.
Until we should have a holistic discourse on that issue. Who said, say emoluments now. We should have a separate entity. That is, Omoejumani said they are looking at reviewing and managing emoluments. We should not, and probably would require some constitutional amendments. And Manin said, time be a president fufro beba biana, ben fufro beba biano. Ne said Nasi, as I dream who SSS and Yoma. And because sometimes some outgoing presidents make some very ridiculous recommendations for themselves. And we say, Yomuna committee, no, but committees now set it up. No, when they bring those recommendations, they don't say no. And we've had such situations. Obi Timika say, oh, yensi, we need to have a body. It may not necessarily have to be a whole setup on its own. It could be an extension of a particular an existing organization and Abibisa. The Presidential Transition Act allows us to have an administrator general. Chairman, we could create a unit within that, and now we could modify the rules, in such a way, it could include management of emoluments. It's just a suggestion. So that we don't have to incur extra cost in setting up a body emoluments. Now your policy elsewhere. Emoluments are not subject to constant reviews.
Okay.
United States of America, for example, President Bio be behind himself, these are my entitlements. Okay. Congressman behind himself, free Congress, these are my entitlements. Until Obia and a secretary be a appointing or call him say these are my entitlements. And now a president Fufrobeba now best son. These are outside the control of the president and everybody else involved. Put him as here. Until Yebeti, we can have such a regime. Body B, it could be an extension of an already existing body. Omojumani say, ye beshe, amaniji, unproforma besum omumai, time aso se ombe kofie die na edi gya omo e na kwan ben so na ye be yesa so that omo kofie na they can have fairly decent lives after having offered themselves to serve this country. German, there was our arrangement now. Sebi, minka se ebeti ebetu ketashe no proye completely. But ebeti mi abre sad na see because office na minim say at the end of the day, mi kofia one je yare ho na bekumi. German, I would want to amass as much as I can. Sika pudu me wia. And please, minkaze maybe this is metaphorical. Enye na misi maybe. Mami kani obia obeba abemu. No nim say okofia. Sensia he becomes unemployable. Secondly, sika e de beja no so enye sika betimi ahwe no. Nipa no be obefa kwan boni bi so. I make sure say fear or bekoi on kodiare ho. Because if history is any indication, when who say ebi mu a omo bakoye areho ne ku omo ekom ne ku omo nti mint na zi masa anyeme nti de na se me na ave nipa no start ye deals ni sa anwema no. So Gratia, in my view, is very important. We can't wish it away. Yenti mi kaze obeso mo man na kofi sa. I mean, we need to factor the risks associated with serving in public office, especially in this country. Ghana ha oko sumu mai in a particular capacity u kofi penu anu no aji. If you are not blessed to be a lawyer, an academic, an economist, and now obia who can do consultancy, chairman, we so if your profession is such that untimi nye juma it doesn't require private organization employing you now would ye a juma wo sua ye no say nye private company bi mu na betima ye juma chairman now we could serve in any capacity in government we nti Gratia is very important and you be also NFP say ebi mo they have capacity to look after themselves after serving.
This FM 104.3 good to me Taki.